Hello everyone. Welcome to Coffee, Love, and Books. I'm Michelle. Merry Christmas season. I'm really excited for Christmas this year. Today I'm going to be doing my wrap-up reading vlog thing, just my combined little video thing, and I'm doing it kind of late, so without further ado, let's just jump right in. So, the first book that I finished this month was The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I did a whole thoughts, feelings, attitudes about that. I will link that somewhere on the screen. I was very much kind of just speaking what I was thinking at that time. I didn't put much thought into what I was going to say in that video, so please excuse any contradictions. I'm not going to talk a bunch about it because I already said a lot of my feelings. I really loved Way of Kings, but I think I wasn't at that emotional connection, I'm in love with you moment. And I don't think I'm quite there with the Stormlight Archive yet. I definitely love the characters. I love reading it. It's just that emotional moment hasn't quite happened yet. And I don't quite know why. Maybe I'm just not in the biggest fantasy mood right now or what, but as much as I love this series, I don't think I don't like it better than Mistborn at this point. But I'm only over halfway through the second book, so that will probably change. I know a lot of people like Stormlight better, so we will see. But I guess that leads me straight into the second big thing I was working on this month, which is The Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I just finished part 3. Yes. I just finished part 3. I'm on page 680. This is a really good book, I think. I don't know if I've enjoyed it better than Way of Kings. I think I have. I like Shallan a lot more in this book. There's a lot of amazing twists, a lot of amazing side characters that I'm so in love with. There's just a lot of things I love about this book, and it definitely is tense. I just got through this. If you've read this book, you know, I got through this really intense scene at the end of part 3, and oh my goodness, I couldn't stop. It was so intense, and then I was just like going crazy with emotion at that point. So I really am enjoying this book. I'm excited to finish it up. One thing I will say about the Stormlight Archive is that I'm not a fan of the interludes at all. I know they're supposed to be there to kind of give you a little bit of a break and world build and just all that stuff, but the interludes are just so hard for me. It's hard for me to pick up the book knowing that when I do, I'm just going to be reading about characters I don't know, or I do. I know they've definitely been following 2 characters that are kind of regulars in the interludes, but it's not my favorite part of the book. But otherwise, amazing world building, amazing just characters and side characters and magic system. It just is great, and I am definitely on my way to being completely in love with this series, but not quite yet. Okay, so I read parts of 2 other books this month. The first one is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. So the Netflix series came out, or the Netflix TV show, movie, whatever, came out and has Lily James in it, and everyone's really wanted to read it now. I wanted to read it before I watched anything. I actually don't know if I'm going to watch it yet, but who knows. Anyway, Rebecca is really good. I think the main character is so fun to be in her head and like think what she's thinking. She has such a knack, like she'll always be like thinking up situations. She has such an imagination, and that's really fun and very characteristic. I really do like that book. It's very slow. There's not a lot of twists and turns at the beginning. Where I'm at, I don't know where I am. I think I'm almost halfway through, so it's pretty slow. It's kind of my first thriller, maybe in a while or ever, so I wasn't quite knowing what to expect, but I'd heard it was really good, so we shall see. I'm listening to it on audiobook, so sticking a little bit longer, but I've really been enjoying what I've read so far. And just ending with the book I started like a couple of days before the end of the month. It's called A Hobbit, a Wardrobe, and a Great War, or The Great War. This is a book about C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien and World War I. You can tell by the title. I love Lewis and Tolkien. They are amazing. Their friendship was amazing. Their writings are amazing. And just, I've always wanted to research more on their lives and their experiences in World War I, and this is a great book to do that with. I did want a little bit more of Tolkien and Lewis than I'm getting. A lot of it is kind of talking about the Great War, which is great. I enjoy learning about World War I, but there's not a ton on Lewis and Tolkien yet, so we shall see. I think I'm about a third of the way through. It's really interesting and really cool to listen to on audiobook, and I've just really been liking it. So I don't know, if you're interested in Tolkien and Lewis and their friendship and World War I, this will be a great book for you to read. I'm really fascinated with their lives and how they related to each other, and they're two amazing people in the fantasy genre, and Lewis's work outside the fantasy genre is amazing, and I love them both so much, and I just want to learn more about their lives. So I really enjoy that book. Alright, so that is basically it for today. I know, very short, but I really enjoyed what I read this month. If you have read any of these books or you are thinking about reading these books, be sure to chat about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye. Merry Christmas.